For years, Blake Lively seemed to have mastered something that very few celebrities ever achieve. She wasn't simply famous, she was trusted. Her public image felt authentic, her family life appeared refreshingly down-to-earth, and her relationship with Ryan Reynolds became one of Hollywood's favorite success stories. But in less than 2 years, that carefully built reputation faced a wave of controversy unlike anything she'd experienced before. What began as excitement surrounding a major film release soon evolved into legal battles, public criticism, and questions that reshaped how many people viewed one of the industry's most recognizable stars. To understand how that happened, it's worth looking back at the foundation of Blake Lively's career. Long before headlines focused on lawsuits and online debates, she had established herself as one of Hollywood's most likable personalities. Her breakout role in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants introduced audiences to an actress with natural charm, and just a couple of years later, Gossip Girl transformed her into a global television sensation. Playing Serena van der Woodsen made her instantly recognizable, but it was the way she carried herself away from the screen that helped build an unusually loyal fan base. Unlike many celebrities whose public image feels carefully manufactured, Blake cultivated an online presence that appeared relaxed and approachable. Fans regularly saw humorous exchanges with Ryan Reynolds, candid family moments, and playful social media posts that made her seem less like a distant movie star and more like someone viewers could genuinely relate to. Whether that image was carefully managed or completely natural, it became one of her greatest professional strengths and remained remarkably consistent for nearly 2 decades. Her career wasn't without setbacks. In 2011, Green Lantern failed to meet expectations both critically and commercially, creating what many considered a difficult moment for her future in Hollywood. Yet that project also introduced her to Ryan Reynolds. Although both were in other relationships during filming, they eventually became a couple and later married in a private ceremony in South Carolina. At the time, the wedding attracted little controversy, and the public embraced their relationship as one of Hollywood's most genuine love stories. Over the following years, Ryan Reynolds' career expanded far beyond acting. Massive box office success, high-profile business ventures, and growing entrepreneurial achievements elevated him into one of entertainment's most influential figures. Alongside that rise, Blake Lively remained an important part of a celebrity partnership admired by fans around the world. Their playful online interactions, frequent public appearances, and growing family reinforced the image of a couple who seemed comfortable balancing fame with everyday life. Blake also earned renewed praise for her performance in A Simple Favor, reminding audiences that she remained a respected actress as well as a popular public figure. By the time It Ends With Us entered production, Blake Lively appeared to be in one of the strongest positions of her career. Years of goodwill, commercial success, and public admiration had created the impression that very little could threaten her standing in Hollywood. But that confidence would soon face its greatest test, as one highly anticipated project became the starting point for a series of events that dramatically changed the public conversation surrounding her. The next chapter of the story began with enormous expectations. It Ends With Us, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, arrived with a built-in audience that had spent years imagining how the beloved characters would appear on screen. Long before cameras rolled, readers had debated dream casts, shared fan art, and built detailed expectations around the adaptation. That level of anticipation meant every creative decision would face intense scrutiny from a passionate fan base. When the casting was officially announced, however, the conversation quickly became divided. Some fans questioned whether Blake Lively, then in her mid-30s, matched their vision of Lily Bloom, a character portrayed in the novel as being much younger and just beginning adult life. Similar concerns were raised about Justin Baldoni, who not only played Ryle Kincaid but also directed the film. For many longtime readers, the perceived age difference between the actors and the original characters became one of the earliest points of criticism. Casting debates aren't unusual for adaptations, and they're often forgotten once trailers convince audiences that the performances work. In this case, though, those concerns continued even after promotional footage appeared. Critics argued that the on-screen dynamic between the lead characters lacked the emotional connection many expected from a story built around an intense and deeply personal relationship. Instead of quieting the discussion, the early marketing kept the debate alive. As the film's promotional campaign began, attention shifted away from casting and towards something much larger. It Ends With Us centers on domestic violence and the emotional complexities surrounding abusive relationships. Because of that subject matter, many viewers expected interviews and promotional appearances to reflect the seriousness of those themes. The tone of the press tour quickly became a major talking point. During several media appearances, Blake Lively encouraged audiences to enjoy the movie with friends while also highlighting her beverage brand, Betty Buzz, and her haircare line, Blake Brown. Those promotional efforts drew criticism from people who believed the marketing focused too heavily on lifestyle branding rather than acknowledging the film's difficult subject matter. Social media users, fans of the novel, and some domestic violence advocates publicly questioned whether the campaign reflected the emotional weight of the story. As criticism spread across social media, many observers expected a direct response addressing those concerns. According to the transcript, that shift never fully happened. Instead, discussion around the promotional campaign continued while attention remained focused on the associated brands, allowing criticism to build rather than fade. What had started as debate over a movie adaptation was now becoming a much broader conversation about public perception and celebrity decision-making. Then another unexpected development added even more intrigue. Viewers noticed that Justin Baldoni appeared to be promoting the film separately from the rest of the cast. At premieres and media events, he was reportedly absent from group interviews and photographs featuring his co-stars. Those unusual appearances immediately fueled online speculation, with social media users trying to determine whether creative disagreements, or something more significant, had taken place behind the scenes. At that point, no clear public explanation existed, but curiosity surrounding the production had reached an entirely new level. The speculation didn't remain online for long. Roughly 4 months after the film's release, the situation took a dramatic turn when Blake Lively filed a formal complaint against Justin Baldoni. According to the complaint, she accused her co-star and director of inappropriate conduct on set, including making sexual comments, creating what she described as a hostile work environment, and engaging in behavior that made her uncomfortable during production. Among the allegations were claims involving comments about her weight after the birth of her fourth child, discussions of a sexual nature, and an incident in which she alleged he entered her trailer while she was pumping breast milk without her permission. These were serious allegations, and they immediately shifted public attention away from the film itself and toward the legal dispute. At first, many observers reacted with sympathy. In the years following the #MeToo movement, audiences had become increasingly attentive to workplace misconduct claims, particularly within the entertainment industry. As the complaint became public, the conversation initially centered on Blake's allegations, and many expected the case to follow a familiar pattern in which the legal process would unfold largely outside the spotlight. Instead, the story took another unexpected turn. Rather than issuing a brief denial or quietly attempting to resolve the matter, Justin Baldoni responded by filing counterclaims and publicly challenging Blake's version of events. According to the transcript, his legal team alleged that Blake had attempted to take creative control of the production, rewrite scenes without his approval, and use both her own influence and Ryan Reynolds' celebrity status during disputes surrounding the film. Baldoni's side also claimed that efforts had been made to damage his professional reputation. These were counter-allegations made by his legal team, and they stood in direct opposition to Blake's complaint. As both sides continued their legal battle, reported behind-the-scenes material began appearing in the media. The transcript describes text messages, production documents, internal communications, and meeting notes that were reported to have surfaced publicly. According to the narration, those reported leaks fueled intense discussion because they appeared to challenge the image many fans had associated with Blake Lively for years. Whether viewed as evidence, selective disclosures, or part of an aggressive public relations battle, the documents became a major focus of online conversation. From that point forward, the courtroom was only part of the story. The legal filings continued, but public opinion increasingly formed through headlines, television coverage, social media debates, and countless online discussions. The transcript argues that celebrity legal disputes are often fought just as aggressively in the media as they are in court, with public perception changing long before any final legal outcome is reached. In this case, both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni found themselves battling not only over legal claims, but also over the narratives shaping millions of people's opinions. As the legal fight continued, headlines increasingly focused on procedural developments and public reaction rather than the original dispute itself. According to the transcript, several of Blake Lively's claims were dismissed during the legal process, although it also notes that dismissals can occur for procedural reasons and do not necessarily determine whether allegations are true or false. Even so, the public conversation largely centered on the headlines, and the perception of the case shifted dramatically. Later, the dispute was settled without a financial payout, a decision that sparked widespread speculation and competing interpretations about what the outcome meant for both sides. The story didn't end with the courtroom. Attention soon turned to Blake's longtime friendship with Taylor Swift. The transcript states that Blake's legal strategy reportedly attempted to involve Taylor as a character witness, something Taylor's team allegedly wanted no part of. As rumors surrounding their friendship intensified, fans closely watched every public interaction, or lack thereof. According to the transcript, speculation reached its peak when Blake was reportedly absent from Taylor Swift's wedding guest list, a development many interpreted as evidence that the once close friendship had changed. While the reasons behind any personal relationship remain private, the public discussion became another major chapter in the broader narrative surrounding Blake's reputation. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni began speaking publicly about the emotional impact the legal battle had on him and his family. The transcript describes a video featuring Baldoni and his wife discussing healing faith, and the toll of the controversy without directly attacking Blake Lively. According to the narration, many viewers responded sympathetically, while Blake's own public image continued to face intense scrutiny. Her business ventures, social media presence, and future projects all became subjects of ongoing debate as the controversy overshadowed much of her previous career success. Whether Blake Lively ultimately rebuilds her reputation remains an open question. The transcript points out that Hollywood has witnessed remarkable comebacks before, but argues that lasting recoveries usually require time, accountability, and a visible effort to regain public trust. It concludes that, for now, the actress has largely stepped away from the spotlight, leaving audiences to wonder what her next move will be, and whether one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars can eventually reshape the narrative surrounding her career. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next deep dive into the biggest stories shaping Hollywood. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.